Alright, what's up everyone? So if you guys have not watched my previous video, go ahead and go watch it. If you guys have and actually finish it, first of all I wanna say sorry. I did not mean for that video to be like 53 minutes long, but I was just showcasing you guys the difference of a going second deck and going first deck for Cyber Dragons, okay? So today I will be showing some replays of my Cyber Dragon, the one that I decided to go with, okay? And what I decided to go with was my style, the one I'm comfortable with. I'm not saying going first is bad or if it's worse than going second, but being a duelist, you should just go with what you're more comfortable with. Is it the best? Probably not, but if it's what you're more comfortable with, I think that's what you should do. Okay, so let's check it out. The deck I decided to go with is my deck, and I made a few changes. Okay, and these are the changes. Okay, I used to run a 3 Disc Blaster. I took 2 out and put 2 Ash Blossoms in there, and then Nibiru I took 1 out, putting a Ghost Ogre in there. Okay, and then my 2 dualities I took 1 out, put evenly matched. My 2 Lightning Storm I took 1 out, put Sales Band. And for my thrust, I took it out 1 out too, put in Black Gold Slav. And then my 3 imperms, I cut 1 out and put in Rivalry of Warlords. Okay, and a lot of you guys might think, okay, it doesn't make a difference. In a way, it does, because now that I set it up this way, if I happen to be forced to go first and I happen to open cards such as Sales Band, Rivalry Warlords, or Black Ghost Laugh, then okay, it's not too bad. Of course, I'm still gonna make myself go second. But if I go first and I open these and I open Ash, it might not be too bad. Alright, so that's the only changes I made to this deck. Other than that, I'm still purposely gonna go second. So okay, let's go and check out my replays. Alright, okay, this first one is against Vanquish Souls K9. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, ever since I switched the deck from going first, the one that Azuki plays, to my deck again, I'm not gonna lie, I've been stuck in Diamond for a while, but it's okay. I think I'd rather be stuck there playing a deck that I'm comfortable with. And hey, if I never get to master, I never do. If I do, that's great. It's all about having fun at the end of the day. It's all about having fun. Alright, so let's check it out. Yeah, he summoned Nori. Used that at Joku at Lantern, and then he used Nori to check out my hand, okay? So he see what's in my hand already. So he's probably trying to play around it. He got X-Force. He went to Ripper. Add Case of K9. Activate that. And then I don't know if he does not have the Dark K9 guy or not. But then he did not go into it. He went to the he went to this Sky Blaster. So now, whenever he ended his turn, I know one of those is the Export spell card. So what I have in my hand, I just have this Blaster. Now, if he knew that I had this Blaster, I don't know why he would set them both in the Pendulum Zone. I guess he didn't bother reading it. But this is why I really miss my Disc Blaster, because if they don't pay attention to it, you literally lock out 2 interruptions. But of course, in this scenario, if I was to use it and he knows and he used X-Force, he's just going to pop my Disc Blaster. So I top deck into a Kaiju, which I was very lucky. So I tribute that Ripper, so his X-Force will be dead. So now I only have 1 eruption to worry about. So I put him right there. Yep, use Core. And then I use Core to contact that guy. Go to Mech Fleet. And you try to book a moon. It doesn't work. Went to Izuna. And then I was like, okay, he probably didn't go to the dark one because he was saving it. But instead, he went for Nash Knight. And he's going to absorb my Yermunder, okay? which I was like, that's fine. I used duality, tribute it out for Chimera, bring out that Carnot, and then use that to add Nestor, and I was gonna go to Infinity that way. Yep, special summon him, some OG Cyber Dragon, and then he scooped. And this one is against Labyrinth. And I tell you guys, I miss my board breaker so much. If I did not have my board breaker, I would have lost this duel, I think. Cause look at my hand, it's it's terrible. Yeah, set Welcome Labyrinth, and his turn. So now since he used the monster, my thrust was gonna be live. Yeah. I went ahead and used thrust, add evenly match. Went ahead and used evenly match. Instead of OTK, decided to just control the board for now. He calls synchros, which doesn't bother us. Clockwork Knight. Yeah. Send Worm. Use one's effect, and then he max C here. And I was debating hard. I was like, should I just keep extending? But Labyrinth, it's like the more cards you give them, the more advantage they will have. And the way that I feel we are right now, I feel like we're in a pretty good spot because I have 2 droplets and I have duality. So if I end my turn, I just set droplet with my turn ending. Worst case scenario, I use droplet to negate any of his monsters or dodge any of his other cards. So, yep. I decided to just set those 2 in my turn. Now, remember this, okay? I used Chimera already. I used Cyberdark Worm already. So, my realm is dead, okay? Yeah, he attacked that. So right now, Cyberdark Realm is dead in my hand. And then on here, I'm still not sure what that trap is. So, I'll start Tribute, summon him, use that to try to go into Rampage, ditch 2, and then try to attack. But then he used a Impulse to hit Duality, which in this scenario it doesn't hurt us. It's actually going to benefit us. Why? Because now my realm is live again. Because I just recycle Hurts and Chimera back, draw 1, use realm, and do our combo all over again. Ditch Droplet, add Power Bond, use Power Bond, go into Rampage, use Rampage effect, send 2, Hurts will add Core for a follow-up play, attack 3 times, and then he had Lady Labyrinth. But then, unfortunately, it's not going to be enough to stop us. Yep, that's game. And then this next duel is going to be against Memento K9. I played Mementos a couple of times, but I still don't really get what they do. But luckily we open with Ash. So this, they use her, we decided Ash because I don't really know what they do. And then the K9 engine goes off. And then, I don't think they did much. They ditched that, add another Izuna in their turn. Like, I thought they had Lantern, that's why they add that, but no. So here, we decided to summon Carnot, so they use Hand Trap, we could still do something. Now, I don't know why he did not Ash whenever I used Emergency, and he decided to use Ash whenever I used Core, but it don't matter, we still have duality, not duality, we still have a call by to hit her either way. And Carnot gains at 1000 for a push. Now we do our round play. Okay, so on this, normally I would use Chimera to go into Clockwork Knight, chain 1, chain 2. But then 1, that will make his Lupus and his Izuna live. And it's just going to be a whole bunch of interruptions going on. It'll put me in a pretty bad situation. So at this time I already decided, okay, I won't be able to OTK this turn, but I might be able to establish a pretty okay or decent board, you know. After I clear this board, I might be able to control the board a little. And let me see, I already summoned 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Yeah, at Clockwork Knight. Use Clockwork Knight, decide to attack first. Get my licks in before I don't. And then on here, then I decided to link them into SP Little Knight, which was my 5th summon. And then what I did was I chained SP and then chained Chimera. So if he wanted to, he could chain his Lupus and his Suzuna, but he didn't. And I was just thinking the reason why he would not is because he has Nibiru. That's the only reason that will make sense. And yeah, that hurts. Yeah, emergency hurts at core for follow up. Use Power Bond. My bad, I said core for follow up, but I had emergency anyways at that time, so I figured I'll go for mechanical down for protection. And then he Nibiru. I'm like, yeah, okay, so he did add Nibiru. Banished those two, which I could use to save myself later. He did Izuna, did not send anything, so he only had 1 Lupus. And at Power Bomb, caused a mechanical down. Pretty smart on his part. But then I think that was it. I don't think he had anything to follow up with because I have emergency, and I was just going to add core again and use core's effect to add repair plant and then just combo off from there. Yep. And then this next one is against Malice. My deck has always had duel against Malice because they just extend so much. But then luckily I opened pretty good with Droll, and they did not have it like Call by the Grave or Cross Out Designator. Yep. Went through. So yeah, he did all he could, just established a pretty decent board. Yep. Do all their usual combos. Now I don't know why he went to Access Code. I mean, he can't have OTK yet. Okay, so that was his inboard. Okay, so I know that hold on, let me see. Go there. Related cards. Okay, so I know that he already used this one. So he still has these two. I think this one's the one that switch someone from your deck. Yeah, he had this one set right there. And then this one he set from the very beginning. I thought it was this one right here where he could special summon 1 Malice monster for his banish or his graveyard. But it wasn't. It was actually this quick play spell. So I was trying to play around this the whole entire time. That's why if you guys see that I added Kaiju, and I did not want to tribute her because I didn't want her to go off. Yeah, duality, set core, contact fusion for that, add a Kaiju, emergency, add that, banish that guy, which I didn't care, got Carnot, banish him because he made my core became live. So on here, I thought that was still the trap, but then once I could get my OG Cyber Dragon to the field, after he made my core live, I figured I could go ahead and use Yarmander. If he ends up banishing one of these guys, I could still have one or the other to go into infinity, okay? I go into Nova, and then I went straight to infinity because I think he thought that I was going to use Nova's effect, and then he was going to save the trap for that. But I mean, I didn't have any in the graveyard anyways, so I went straight for infinity. And that's when I know, okay, so it's just that spell card. I'm not worried about it no more. that. Infinity absorb him. Kaiju tribute that. And this, whenever I summon Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon, something went off. Like it shows that he could have done something. I don't know what it was, but I imagine it's probably because he has Nibiru in hand. Now, if he used Nibiru, I would have been in a tight spot. Like he Nibiru everything right here. I had no recovery whatsoever. That would have been it. But then he decided not to because he probably did the math and he thought it was not game. So that's probably why he did not Nibiru. But then I had duality. So as soon as I attacked with Chimera, I used duality and that was game. Yep. And this last one is against Gemini Fiendsmith Tournament deck. But I think he opened very bad because all he did was set 2 cards with 1 monster in the pass. Yeah. And here I decided to fire off Fualos in case he has Ash, nothing. Use emergency, add Yamander in case he has Droll. He made a good call right there using that Black Ghost left to call Saber Yamander. So now he stopped my play. But if I was to use Core, he would call Core anyway. So either way, he was gonna stop my turn anyway. So I just set Droplet in my turn. Link those two to her. Yep. Did the Fiendsmith package. And I waited until he get the fusion guy out and brought back Fiendsmith from the graveyard. Yep. Debut right here. Burn me for 12. And then this, I think he messed up because if you read Black Ghost Laugh, the second one you can banish this card, declare 1 monster. Neither player can activate the monster's effect on the field with the original name. Your Yamander activates on the hand, unless he thought it was going to add polymerization, but I think he thought he could negate that because as soon as your Yamander went through, he just scooped. Yeah. Alright guys, that's all for the replay. Thanks for watching. So, like I said, going first or going second, there's, in my opinion, okay, there's no such thing as one's better than the other. I think it's just up to however you're more comfortable with. I decided to go this second deck style because it's more what I'm comfortable with. True, I might not get as much good starters, but I rather have the board wipes. That's just me. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and follow for more. Okay, drop signing out. Peace.